मैं क्या है?
अलग अलग
मतलब
मतलब अच्छी है,
मतलब क्या?
बहुत अच्छी है,
हाँ? अच्छी।
बहुत अच्छी।
Mrinal Thakur, you have been actually, impressing everyone with your performances. I can say that you're quite literally on a song. And with this particular film, Tufan, actually, and with your character getting a special song to your name, the character's name, Ananya, that's something. That's a good place to start. Shall we start to that? And cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Thank you so much, Griha. But yeah, I think I'm really blessed.
How does it feel? I mean, before I actually get into this entire thing of what really happens on a Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra set, I am quite and mighty impressed by your career trajectory. Started off with television, going on to films with an international venture. There's Super 30, there's Butler House, there's Jersey coming up, and you have Tufan in the middle. That's quite something. I mean, did you actually think it through? Yeah, jaise hota gaya sab kuch. I mean, you're just thankful.
Griha, one thing in my mind I always had was I want to do good work. I want to be associated with good people, good team, good scripts, good story. Because good story is something that travels not just in India but around the globe. And having said that, when you get opportunity to work with Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra, you never say no. You never say no. My first thought was, I only want to be a part of his movie. I want to associate with him. And the cherry on the cake was, that it turned out to be such a beautiful character. And every girl would want to play Ananya. She's that amazing. She's not just amazing, but she's strong. She's 2020 girl. She's independent. She's liberal. At the same time, she is not somebody who would impose her decision on somebody. She would just introduce you to the good things and the bad things in your life. After all, it's your decision as to what you need to choose for yourself. And that's the beauty about Ananya.
ये अज्जू भाई, ये अजीज अली बॉक्सर, क्या बनना है?
While we are celebrating Ananya and in turn you, Mrinal, there is also that risk of probably your character getting into that cliche territory because you are this woman who is a supportive hand to the protagonist in the film. How did you approach it differently so that it doesn't appear such?
Yes, the base was boxing. So I tried looking for films like Mary Kom. And then I kind of, and I did not want to compare. But when I watched the movie Mary Kom earlier as well, I realized that the husband supports the girl. Mary Kom's husband supported her, and hence she's here today. And she's won like crazy amount of medals after her pregnancy, after her marriage. So if Mary Kom's husband could do it, why can't I? And we all forget that, like Farhan yesterday, when he was talking in the press junket, I realized that the maximum energy that he gets is female energy, the kind of females in his life, his mother, his sister, and 80%, like you will agree with me, Griha, like 80% of Ananyas are female, are women. And I was happy because she's not just any girl who's like a homemaker sitting at home and she's motivating the husband. No, she's got her own life. She's independent, and she doesn't just motivate him. She just introduces him to a better version of him. A big thank you to all the Ananyas in our lives, your life, and I'm sure the audience who are watching us right now. So just taking a moment to say a big thank you to all of them, because I think you and I are probably having a conversation because we have the Ananya in our life.
And that's very beautifully put, actually, Mrinal, and a very inclusive point that you made. Aajkal ye kehna bahut fashionable ho gaya, inclusivity and everything, but this is something which is the normal way of life. That is how things should be, and you should not really stress on these points because yehi zindagi hai. I did mention about what really happens on a Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra set. Now that you've worked with him, you have to spill the beans for me. And since you're having your cup of coffee, kya hota hai us set pe? And when you have another filmmaker who's acting for Rakesh, in Farhan, wo kaisi jugalbandi hoti hai? What is it like?
Oh my God, like Farhan and Rakesh's chemistry is insane. Like Ananya और अजीज तो आंखों आंखों में बात करते हैं, लेकिन फरहान और राकेश सर जो खेल जाते हैं ना आंखों से, उनकी उनकी भाषा ही साइलेंस की है. They don't speak much, but beautiful energy. And Farhan, in spite of he being a director, the best quality is he would just surrender. And the amount of trust and faith that he had in Rakesh sir was incredible. Like I can't put words. I can't describe it in words. I also believe as an actor, it is very important for you to just let go of all your inhibitions. मैं कैसी दिख रही हूँ, मेरे कपड़े ठीक है या मेरे बाल कैसे हैं. राकेश सर ने मुझे वो सिखाया that Mrinal, when you walk on set, you should just forget that you're playing the part. You should feel the part. And never that he directed or he put pressure on me that Ananya is supposed to be like this. His question would always be, "Aapko kya lagta hai? What do you think Ananya would be like?" And that's the beauty of Rakesh sir. He will say, "Just go play. This is your playground. You know, just perform. Just feel it. Just enjoy it." And after Laksonia, I have really enjoyed playing a character. I would rather say I have really enjoyed being Ananya. And that's what he does. You know, एक रूहानियत होती है उनकी script में, उनके characters में. And if you notice, like, I remember all his films that he's made in the past. वो कहीं ना कहीं एक छाप छोड़ जाते हैं दिमाग में, दिलों में. And it is very difficult for us to forget. Like even in Divya Datta's character in Bhag Milkha Bhag or Delhi 6, they are so impactful, and I'm so happy that Rakesh sir just doesn't work on one character. For him, every character is the same, and how one character helps others and the second character helps third character. That's the beauty. So if I could describe Rakesh sir, he is not just a legend, living legend, but at the same time, he's a perfectionist when it comes to presenting slice of life in front of the audience.
Beautifully put again. What I'll do, Mrinal, is I will try to know more about your own life and your own journey through sips of coffee. I have this little segment that I like to call Sip and Spill. You're going to spill some more beans for me, but I am here giving you instances today. अगर आपने आपकी जिंदगी में ये किया है या हुआ है, so you take a sip and you tell me this छोटी सी कहानी behind it. Okay? So the first one, take a sip if you've had the funniest experiences in people trying to just say your name, just pronounce your name.
Always, they end up calling me Marunal, they end up calling me Mrinal, they end up calling me Mrinal, but it's okay. As long as they're addressing me, I'm happy.
That's nice. That's
but
nice. Okay,
my character name actually, you know. No, I don't want to be known as Mrinal, but I want to be known as Ananya or all the characters that I've played in the past.
Spoken like a true actor. Okay, the next one. Take a sip. Since Ajju Bhai is the roadside gunda initially, and obviously there's a progression of his character. Take a sip if you've had like a roadside Romeo kind of stalker in real life. Ever experienced that situation? Oh my god.
I have had, and there were fights also. And I had to jump in and I had to just say like, and I remember that guy because Gajni had just released and he had that haircut, you know what Amir had in the movie. Oh my god, I was really young then, and I didn't really know what was happening. There was fight between two boys, and I decided to just walk off. And it was scary. It was really scary.
Okay, since you mentioned the look, I'm sure only Amir Khan can pull off that look. He must have looked like a dog. Take a sip. If you ever remember looking like one dog and you had to play this diva on set and you were dressed up or whatever, you did not like your look at all. Has it ever happened in your life?
No, never. I always do. I always dress up the way I want to. I always, I'm always game. Like I would never do anything that I'm not convinced with.
Nice. Okay. Now again, take a sip. If you've had a really funny, बहुत ही hilarious, या really nasty audition experiences, ever had that? Which one was that? Funny and nasty?
Funny was when I kept fumbling in the audition, people were laughing about it. Like at that time, audition was you're sitting there and there are like 20, 30 people in the room waiting for the audition. It's not self-test. But the best thing was when they laughed, I laughed at myself. So they got quiet. And I got the role because the director really liked the way I fumbled it. So I'm very happy about it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
और नास्टी भी हुए हैं कुछ या नहीं?
नास्टी हुए थे. लोग कहते कि क्यों अपनी जिंदगी बर्बाद कर रही है मृणाल. You're happy being a TV actor. Go on money, buy a Jaguar, buy a Mercedes, and just chill. And then I said, sir, what I want from life is not like materials, like not like cars or bungalows or whatever. I want to be someone, and thank you for telling me what I'm good at, but I want to give me a chance. He said, kuch nahi hone wala tera. I was like, okay, sir, dekhte. So a big thank you to that guy. I remember his face.
These critiques are really important in life for you to actually, fall back on them.
The credit goes to him because without, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this interview and, being able to be a part of the fun. So I'm happy.
Okay, the moment I put this out on social media that I'm going to be interviewing Mrunal, and there was this friend of mine, he's like, can you please tell her that I'm in love with her? I said, do you want me to really tell her that? So my next one is, take a sip. If you've had a person who has gone ahead and just, written love letters for you, it could be in school or college.
No, yaar. I haven't been lucky yet. Like I am the one who keeps writing letters and the boys run away.
Okay. This is one thing that I obviously take back from the film. Take a sip. If you have by now, somewhat mastered the Akhi Bhasha that you talk about to Aziz's character in the film.
Somehow, na? Yeah.
Somehow. So now, Mrunal, I have put you in a spot here. What you're going to do is wrap this interview for me. What did you experience out of it, and how do you like it or not like it in the Akhi Bhasha that you've, imbibed?
Okay. ए पब्लिक देख रही है ना अपन को. अब अपन का अगर इंटरव्यू अच्छा लगा ना तो देखने का है पिक्चर. आज रात को 12 बजे आ जाएगा Amazon प्राइम वीडियो पे, है ना. नहीं तो एक कानपाड़ा के नीचे नाकपाड़ा के नीचे देंगी एक मैं जोर से, तेरा कटलेट बना के रख देगी मैं. जा पिक्चर देख.
आपके सामने कोई होशियारी करेगा ना तो आपको बोलने का है, ए कबूतर
चल वटक वटक.
कटले
कटलेट
नहीं कटले.